What do we say to the 4 to 5 other clients behind you when your service takes an extra unexpected hour? There are so many client and hairstylist horror stories online, and while they can make for some lightly vested entertainment, I feel like there's a missed opportunity in a lot of these situations to learn something on the client end as well as the stylists. Today, we are going to do just that. And just a little disclaimer before we get started, I will be blurring out any usernames or personal information in the story, as the purpose of this video is for education purposes, light entertainment, but overall, I'm not here to bash or embarrass anybody, whether that's a professional, a client, what have you. Now that that is out of the way, let's get into today's story. Waxers have customers coming in with bad hygiene / coming from the gym smelling like barn animals. Clients walking in salons with hair matted and tangled without notifying the stylist. Nail clients coming in with a set that needs to be soaked off first without notifying nail techs. Makeup clients walking in without washing their faces. Lash clients with 1 month dirt buildup. I can go on. Meanwhile, all I see is it's your job feedback in comment sections that somehow we are still expected to service you, do a great job with a smile, and somehow not run behind for the next person behind you. What do we say to the 4 to 5 other clients behind you when your service takes an extra unexpected hour? Some clients have no care or consideration of policy and other appointments you may have. Yes, clients / customers have to do their part as well, meaning communicate and prep for your appointment. Okay. A lot to take in there. There's a lot of things going on in this post, and as soon as I started reading it, I immediately had to screenshot it because there was so much that I wanted to say. Honestly, this post is a little harsh, but they have some really valid points. Rereading this post and really letting it sink in, there are 3 main topics that we kind of have to address here. The first being client preparation, communication, and last, salon policies. No shade to the professional who posted this, but like, these are things that you can internally fix pretty easily instead of just going online and freaking out about it. So if you're interested in what I'd have to say about that, keep watching. So we're gonna start with communication because that is going to be the foundation of the other 2 major points made in this post. Stylists, this one's gonna sting a little bit, but hear me out. You set the standard for how your clients show up for your appointments. I'm gonna run that back. You set the standard for how your clients show up to their appointments. Now, I understand that there are some things here and there that are out of your control, but once someone is a client, there should be an expectation communicated for your service practice. For example, I specialize in lifting, color, and hair extensions. All of my hair extension clients know to show up to their maintenance appointments with clean hair that's thoroughly detangled, and they all know and have signed off on my policies that if they do come and I need to pull out the blow dryer to prep for their appointment, if their hair is like really dirty and there's a lot of buildup, or if they have any matting and I need to take extra time to detangle it, they do know that that is like an additional service with an additional charge because it's going to require more time on my schedule. And they also know that they just gotta let me know beforehand and I will adjust the appointment accordingly. And they have a thorough understanding for why I have these policies in place. They understand that when their hair is clean and thoroughly detangled, that it makes the removal process of their extensions easier and it makes their appointment stay on time. Super simple, easily communicated, and the expectation is set from the initial consultation and install appointment. This is a super simple example of how I have conditioned my clients to understand my policies, procedures, and how I like to run my business. And my text and email reminders for their appointments do typically have a policy clause on it. Super brief. I understand that not everyone's going to read them every time, but they're all there. Your clients' lives don't revolve around the salon as much as we like to think that they do. This means that, our policies and procedures are not at the forefront of their brains every single day, day in and day out. There are professional ways to continuously share reminders of your expectation as a stylist, a nail tech, an esthetician, a lash tech, whatever you're doing, whatever services you're offering. Stylists, it is okay to have policies as an added layer of insurance and acknowledgement to your business. Clients, it is not unacceptable for your service provider to have policies and procedures for you to follow. Big asterisk on both though, because I've seen some salons with some crazy policies, and that's a video for another day. So now that we've covered communication and policies, let's dive into client preparation. because at the end of the day, that was like the real meat of the stylist post. Now, I do agree that general hygiene is just kind of an expectation in any service space, whether it's the doctor, your hair appointment, your facial, your massage, or whatever. Like, don't be stinky. But I also understand that we all slip up sometimes. Maybe you left the gym a little late, or maybe the kids were just running late this morning and that put you behind on your routine for whatever reason. We're all human and we all just have situations that come up. I personally would never fault a client for something like that. That's where we need to have a delicate but firm conversation to address the issue. This is definitely like a case-by-case basis and it just should be handled with care. So, big question of the day though, is it unreasonable to have your clients prepare for a service? Simple answer, no. As a service provider, we all have service standards, or at least you should, and if you don't, please look into correcting that, because clients, I am really sorry to say this, but it's all to your stylist's discretion as to what the service entails and what it doesn't. Again, communicating your process is key. Your service menu should clearly state what you're doing, how you're doing it, how long it'll take, and how much it costs. And there should be some form of communication, whether it's a text or an email to your clients, that give them a reminder of how to prepare for their appointment. So if you do color and you'd like your clients to come in with clean hair, that should be noted in like a how to prepare for your appointment section. If you're a waxer and you prefer for a client to exfoliate before they come in, that should be disclosed. If you do spray tans and you would like your client to be moisturized or not moisturized, you should disclose that. Everyone has their own way of going about doing things, and when people book with you, they're trusting your expertise, but you also have to guide them to what you like done for your business. It's not unfair to have a preparation request communicated to clients, but it's also not fair to expect your service provider to do every little thing for you. There is a middle ground in that conversation, and the expectations just need to be communicated properly. You could just call this video, stylists, talk to your clients. Service providers, talk to your clients. Clients, talk to your service providers. I think a lot of these mishaps and posts could just be completely avoided if people would just speak to each other and not just immediately go to running to the internet and complaining about it into the void. But the good news is, if things are communicated properly and you understand your service provider's expectations and your responsibilities as a client, these things become second nature as you continue to get these services done. So it might be, one or two times where you forget or don't do something correctly. But as you get used to it and get into the routine of it, it just becomes second nature, and then it's not a big chore. So final thoughts today. Every stylist or service provider is allowed to have policies and procedures in place, as well as service standards for whatever they provide to their clientele. It is on the stylist to clearly and effectively communicate what these policies and procedures and standards are with their clients, potential clients, and a word to the clients. Guess what? If you don't like a provider's policies and procedures, you're allowed to shop around for somebody who has policies and procedures that better align with you. Or if you really love your service provider, then you'll have to just stop with pushback and follow their policies and procedures so they can continue to give you the best possible service. I feel like this video might have been a little jumbled, but I didn't want to make it too long. I would love to hear your thoughts and respectfully continue this conversation in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and would like to see more of this series. Be sure to subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing, and you'll never miss a video on this channel moving forward. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.